The Pinball Enterprise, and not a whole lot to report. Basically just been doing the Aztec decals on the bottom of the saucer, and I'm just working my way around. As you can see, I got that more to go, and we will continue on the rest of the week putting them on, and I'll probably after that I'm going to try to get all the big decals, and when I say big decals, that's the like the real long ones, which I'm going to have to cut them in half or in quarters, just to make it more manageable to get them on. Because if you do long decals on aftermarket, they tend to curl up and just a big mess. But anyway, I want to do that. But after I get the saucer, I want to get the where is it? Yeah, right here. That's the decals that go on the edge of the saucer. I want to get that accomplished and get that out of the way, and then go on and fix it after that. But anyway, I only tore one decal, and it's right there. It folded. So what I want to do is I'm probably going to go cheat and take there's a gray decal in there, like one of these, that's not going to be used, and I'll put that on. And if I don't do that, if there's not any extra, what I'll do is I'll just whack it off, and we'll make a custom decal out of it. But anyway, that's the only one. Not too bad. That's the one thing bad about aftermarket decals. They're really thin, and they do sometimes they do tear. But anyway, that's an easy fix, and we'll fix that up, make it look slick. Plus, it's going to be on the bottom. You ain't going to see it anyway. So anyway, more on the Pinball Enterprise in the next video. But anyway, I just got to put more decals on. Now, trying to make it fun. Decals are fun, but it's just one of those. You're trying to not bore the audience with every decal that I put on. Took most of the tape off. I got to do a little cleanup. If you can see right there where a little bit of bleed through from the tape, which I'll just paint that white. No big deal. But anyway, more on that later. The E12, and I wanted to call it the Finec, because that's what they call it. But it's probably some German name for something else. But anyway, we'll call it the E12 just to make it simple. Not a bad kit. My only complaint with the little resin kit here was the pour plugs, and the pour plugs, I had to completely sand that off. But it was the track. They were really super thick, so I had to go with the bench grinder and basically sand down the pour plugs on there on the track. That's as far as I could really get. If I went any further, I think I would go through the track. But at least it's on the bottom here, and you won't be able to really, you won't be able to see it. So anyway, that was what I've done on that, and got everything pretty much assembled on it. Basically, just need the primer, and we're going to do a dark yellow, or I like to call it the tiger yellow color, for the E12. But anyway, I want to put some primer on it, and then I'm not going to post shade. I want to paint the whole thing black. Is what I want to do this time. That way, the yellow will pop once it's applied. But anyway, I think that's pretty darn slick. The E12. May have to keep that in mind when, because I got the E10. And I think that's a nice little evolution to the E series. So I may have to keep that in mind for the 35th scale tanks. But anyway, very fun and a very unique little tank. But up next for the build for others, we're going to build the Kullemeyer. I guess that's how you say it. It's some trailer. I'm going to try to start building that today. I'm going to try to paint that and that at the same time. This is going to be a Panzer Gray, so we'll just do one color there, Panzer Gray color there, and pretty much call it done. But anyway, that's up next. So I'm going to try to get that built this week, and we'll just kill two birds with one stone. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. There's one thing I've been kind of leaning toward, and basically the best way to explain it, see the roll of my photography roll, I like to call it. I want to take like paper, or about 12 to 18 inches wide, and here's my paper sheet, put it here, and I actually want to like pull out paper and make like a little mat, if you will. That way, you know, if you could paint on it and everything and destroy it, and then once you're done with the project, or as you go, you can actually, you know, get rid of the paper and put new fresh down. It's kind of like craft paper to not really save the workbench, because I'm destructive when it comes to workbenches, as you can see. But I just wanted a lighter surface so you can actually, you know, see stuff, you know, when you put like your knife, or, you know, say you're doing some decals, you know. That's what I'm thinking. I think, and also, you know, especially when you might do a little photography when you're building, especially for magazines, you know, you can do it like right on the surface there. That's what I'm thinking, but I haven't decided what kind of paper I want. You know, I don't want regular printing paper, which may, you know, it's too thin, just a little bit thicker, you know. But I think if you rolled it like they do doctor bed sheets, you know, on doctor tables, I think that would work out. But anyway, my mats, you know, they're basically just there for stiffness and somewhat even. But anyway, I think that might work. Anyway, I gotta still think on that. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are continuing on with the decal duty on the Pinball Enterprise, and we finished building the E12. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.